Content disclaimer. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content. The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyright or completeness of the information on this channel. If you have a complaint about something or find your content is being used incorrectly, please contact the broadcaster prior to making a copyright claim. Any infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction. Also, do note that we are both Dutch and might mispronounce things. We are trying our best. Thank you for understanding.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Salty, where this week we will be discussing the anime of this past year.
Holiday special, if you will.
Holiday special. We will each be presenting you on a silver platter our top 10 anime of the past year, 2022.
Well, I will be presenting a top 10 and my friend here will be, I don't know, talk about Chainsaw Man or something. I don't know what he's doing, but you know.
Yeah, every other spot on my top 10 is Chainsaw Man. It's not like, is that good?
Yeah, there's a good top 10 and then there's yours. So,
bro,
before we start, I think we can start with some honorable mentions that didn't make the list for us.
Let's do that, yeah.
Well, my first one is Awashi. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun watching it. I watched it in the gym, which was very fun somehow, but yeah, it was a good anime, but didn't really make my top 10.
It's fair. Certainly is, I can say it's somewhere in my top 10. So one of my honorable mentions is the second core of Komi-san Can Communicate, which I thought was solid. Fun watch. It wasn't close to being in my top 10 as some of my other honorable mentions, but it was fun. So, yeah.
Okay, that's a good pick. I have a weird one. This is a very, very short special called Hisuian Snow, which was a little special about Pokemon and the game that came out in January. And it was focused on my favorite new Pokemon, so I just really liked it and wanted to give it a spot in my honorable mentions.
As you should. I haven't watched it, but I mean, I wanted to watch it, but then again, I didn't play Legends Arceus, so I never really got around to it. It's done by Wit, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that's really cool. I should definitely watch it.
Yeah, it's good. I really liked it.
It's short anyway, so I can probably speed through it.
Yeah, definitely.
Another one of my honorable mentions. Well, let's start with this one. Same as Komi-san. It really wasn't a contender for my top 10, but I really liked it. Summertime Rendering.
Oh.
Especially the first, little more than 12 episodes are really good. I really liked the latter half too, but it wasn't as good as the first few episodes. But yeah, overall, I really liked that.
Well, I was in the same boat. It was my number 10, but then I watched something else, so it dropped to my honorable mention. I think it was very good, and like you said, the first half was way better than the second half. But I still enjoyed watching it, and it was a good watch, yeah.
Yeah, the ending was alright. A bit too happy for my taste. I have two lost honorable mentions, and these two were close to being in my top 10, but just didn't make it by a slight amount. First is Call of the Night, which was really cool. About vampires. I like vampires. It's very funny comedy, and a really surprisingly good animation, because it's done by Leiden Films or Leiden Films, and they've really upped their game, like really in this past year, I feel. And that was really cool. And just didn't. There were 10 other anime that I thought were a little better. So
that's good. I still need to watch it. I think the skies and stuff looked really good, so I am interested in it. So yeah,
for sure.
I'm happy you mentioned it because I
Yeah, and
really need to get onto it.
the opening and the ending too are really, really good.
Well, you had
Right?
another one, right?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause
I'll mention that one too.
because I think it's the same as mine, unless I'm completely
Yeah.
wrong. But hey,
No,
oh,
I doubt it.
oh,
It. I had this at number 10, but then I remembered an anime, and that stole the number 10 spot.
hmm.
So this one will be Spy Family.
Oh, oh, okay, that's shocking.
It would have been in my top 10, but the second core, which just ended, I didn't like as much. It felt like it started off strong, not really plot heavy, just fine. But then the episodes, I'd say like 3 or 4 to episode like 12, just felt like filler, and then episode 13 was good, but that's why it didn't quite make my top 10.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I thought you were going to mention Classroom of the Elite here, so
Ah.
that's my last honorable mention. I really liked it. Would have made my top 10 if I didn't watch something else. So.
Forgot about that one. That's actually, yeah, that I would have put that on in honorable mentions too. Some really cool mind games being played. Yeah, definitely worth mentioning.
I think we can go on onto the official top 10.
I'll start off. The second season of Shadow's House.
I forgot about that, yeah. That did release. Sure did.
You weren't a big fan of the second season.
True.
I liked it just about as much as the first season. The beginning was a little rough, but that had more to do with the fact that they deviated from the manga in the last part of the first season.
Yeah,
so
true.
they needed to get back on the track. I'm glad they did though, because obviously Shadow's House is done by Cloverworks, and Cloverworks is known for The Promised Neverland, where they deviated from the manga and didn't. Well, I'm not sure. I haven't watched it, but they did deviate from the manga and got a lot of hate for that. So I'm glad they did go back on the rails and follow the manga again. Yeah, it's just historic setting, which I'm obviously a sucker for. I really like the opening and the ending and the entire soundtrack. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah, agreed.
So that's why it made the number 10 spot for me.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. I think the characters were really fun in Shadow's House. Well, most of them. Some were really annoying, but you know. I like it.
So what's your top?
I only watched this yesterday, and a lot of people won't agree, but my number 10 is the new Dragon Ball Super movie called Superhero. It was very good. I was kind of scared because it's all CGI and 3D models, but it looked good, it felt good, it was very nostalgic. The villain was kind of lacking, but hey, that's what Dragon Ball villains are for lately, I guess. But it was very fun to watch, and I was just happy to see my boy Gohan back in action. So yeah, good watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any Dragon Ball, which is heresy, but I have seen like bits of it, and it's funny because this kind of released almost at the same time as the Seven Deadly Sins movie, which is also all CGI, but that's just really, it's just horrendous, really.
Yeah.
And this Dragon Ball film really just proves that doing all CGI can work. It looks really nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think they really did their best for this one, and it shows. So,
and also, you mentioned that Miyano Mamoru is voicing one of the characters.
Yeah, he's one of the. There's 2 new characters called called something. I don't know what they're called, but like number 1 and number 2 or something. They're androids, and they're fun. But Miyano Mamoru voices one, and then there's another one which is like his brother, I guess. But they're very interesting. I really like them.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
Yeah, the new transformations were, I didn't really like them. I'm not the kind of guy who is like, oh, Dragon Ball has too much transformations. Oh no, it's another hairstyle. But yeah, the new forms didn't look that good. So I'm not a fan of them. But hey, all is well.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Number 9 for me is, yeah, it's kind of painful that this is so low, but it needed to be done. At least
Oh
it made
no.
the top 10 because the first part of this anime was
Ah, okay.
as phenomenal as it has always been, but then the latter half just really fell flat. The pacing wasn't the best. Pacing was the biggest issue. It's just really, I couldn't really get into it. And that's Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2.
Okay. That's shockingly harsh, but yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to put it higher up, but I don't know.
Nah,
I don't know.
that's fair, I guess. I think it's, what do I even call it? It was a good read or a good watch, but it didn't feel like Attack on Titan or something. It felt off. The pacing was weird. There were
Yeah.
a lot of good moments, so for me it's still pretty high up. But yeah, I can definitely see where you're going.
Yeah, and it's more so, I guess, because I'm ranking this with the prior seasons in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if this was like its standalone thing, I would have put it higher up. But I just have way higher standards for Attack on Titan, so that's why it's so low.
Yeah, honestly, that's completely fair. Well, my number 9 is another one I've only watched this week, Licorice Recoil, which was shockingly good. I thought it was this generic, this generic anime with, oh, the girls have weapons and they have to do missions for this big organization and whatever, but it was very good. The animation was clean, the story was fun, the villain was good. This was one of the better anime I've watched this year. I really liked it.
Nice. Yeah, I still have to watch that. I wanted to start watching it, but didn't get around to it, and it has ended, so I can binge it
Yeah.
sometime next year. But yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I don't really have a lot to add to it. It was just a fun watch, and I'd recommend it.
Well, I guess that's what my number 8 is, because that was a fun watch because of the animation. Also, I guess story-wise too, though this anime isn't known for its great story, but it's very good animation, and that's obviously Demon Slayer, second season. Yeah, the animation was crazy, and I also liked the opening was good too. I just really liked the whole vibe setting. And this is also, I forget what they're called, but you have like these. There's Rengoku
The Shira?
and Hashira, right?
Nice.
This season has my favorite so far, so that also helps.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the animation is crazy. And Demon Slayer is like the anime that could reach my top 10 purely off of animation, I think. But that's why it's number 8.
Okay, that's a good pick. Well,
Thank you.
Before I say my number 8, I want to apologize to you, to everyone listening,
Thanks.
as it should be higher, I guess. But on number 8, I have Mob Psycho. I think Mob Psycho was very good this season. Definitely the best season of Mob Psycho. But yeah, I don't know. Every slice of life part or what felt like filler wasn't fun to me. Like in other anime, I don't really mind. I don't know. With Mob, it didn't really hit. I don't really care what they do outside of battle, and yeah, that took it down a little. But it was still amazing, especially the ending. It was phenomenal. I was kind of leaning towards dropping, well, not dropping it, but stopping watching it and picking it up later. But then you said what happened, and I got back into it, and yeah, the ending was very good.
Yeah, yeah. The ending was. I mean, a little tear fell from my eye. Definitely very good. I'm glad it's in your top 10 at least. So I won't be too hard on it.
Good, very good.
It's higher up for me.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, I do think season 2 wins by a slight amount for me.
Really?
I do like that the best.
That's my least favorite season. That's one of those.
Least favorite?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but that's one of these opinions we've had, which just, I don't know, we have a big divide on or something.
Yeah. Didn't expect that. Oh, but that's it's a valid.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Number 7. Burger King food. Yeah, I need to stop making that joke.
You do. This is, well, because of that joke, I knew you were gonna make it, so that's why I put this here, to spite you. My number 7 is My Dress Up Darling. Reactions?
I'm out. Go on with your bad takes. This is, you know, I'm happy you put this here, because now people will take my list serious and laugh at yours. So thanks.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to see.
Go on. What did you like about it?
This is this actually when I'm making my list, what caught my eye was Cloverworks has really been putting out a lot of good stuff. So there's Shadow's House, there's My Dress Up Darling, and there's one more coming up. And they really outdid themselves with My Dress Up Darling. They're like, all the aspects are really cool. Obviously, there's fan service, which some people like, some people dislike, some people feel indifferent to it. But it's not the reason I liked it so much. It's
Of course it wasn't. Of course.
Wink, wink. But besides that, there was also just the chemistry between the two main characters, as well as the detail they go into with cosplaying. And it was just really, really wholesome, really nice. So that's right. So number 7.
That's fair. I'm happy you enjoyed it. I didn't. I think it was fun to watch, but only at the beginning when the cosplays were made, and I didn't really care for the characters. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not for everyone, I gotta admit.
Yeah. Speaking of not for everyone, my number 7 is Tomodachi Game. I really like this. It was sort of a death game, but without the death. Instead, it was just betrayal and stuff. But I really liked it. I like my anime with the 200 IQ main character outplaying everyone. I like those. So yeah, that's my number 7.
Another one that I haven't watched.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I'd like it. I think you've made like comparisons to Danganronpa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sort of. Some aspects.
In some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds cool. It sounds very fun to watch.
Yeah. Number 6.
Number 6. My number 6 is Awashi. Another honorable mention for you. I really liked it. Obviously, that's one of 2 amazing football anime coming out this year, and this one's more about realism. And I don't know. It was really, really good. The animation's fun, and it's just I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Yeah, that's fair. She was very good. I also really enjoyed watching it. For me, it was a little bit too, I don't know, too loud, too friendship based. I don't know. I didn't really feel it, but I think the animation on the game itself and the football plays were done very well. So yeah, I can see why you picked it. Good pick, good pick.
Yeah, and it's by Production IG, which did Haikyuu. So
Yeah.
prior to it airing, I was sure it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I do wish the side characters would get a little more shine.
Yeah, that's something I also well, didn't like, I guess. The everyone besides main character and a few others I simply didn't care about.
Well, what's your number 6?
This might come as a surprise, but my number 6 is Spy Family. This is mainly looking towards the first core. I think the first core was really good, surprising, something new, it never done before. Well, not never, but you know, I really liked the first core. Second core was good as well, but it kind of lost its magic, in my opinion. So yeah, that's my number 6.
Yeah, well, I've said what I said about Spy Family, so
Yeah,
I haven't got much to add.
that's fair. That's fair. Number 5.
Well, my number 5, moving from one football anime to the other,
No
is Blue Lock.
Apologize right now.
Why? Should I have put it lower? Yeah, I should have put it.
Dude, no.
Awashi is better. It's more realistic. I'll stop.
This
There were just 4 anime that I liked a little better.
This surprises me a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I expected
Why?
it higher.
It's
And
top 5, man.
I know, and you haven't named another anime, which I'm expecting, and I expected that to be here, so curious.
That's why. Well, I haven't got anything bad to say about Blue Lock, really. It's really, if you just take a kind of generic battle shonen and then put that into a sports anime, but then also have this concept about egoism, where it's within a sport that's really known for teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that's kind of a trope within sports anime where it's all about teamwork. So to have egoism as this driving force is really fresh, and just the art style is really good. The animation is awesome. Like, the goals really hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And the characters too. The characters are really cool. Not just their designs, but just the way they interact with each other, and it's just really, really fun to watch and read.
That's
also.
fair. That's very fair. Yeah, you've also been reading it, so I guess I know you like it, but expected it higher.
I do prefer the manga a little, but that's just because
Yeah, that's fair. I do it too.
such good art. It's really impossible to adapt all of that detail.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's fair. Well, my number 5 is another possibly surprising one. It's Attack on Titan, the newest season. I think there were a lot of lows and a lot of missed opportunities, but the whole fight at the beginning where they actually fought and Aaron's head got shot off and shit was very good.
Yeah.
Also, the whole explanation of how Aaron not time travel, but influenced everything that happened. I think that was done very well. And those highs make up for the lows, I guess, which is why I made it on my top 5.
I didn't expect it so high, but it's fair because the first half was just as good as Attack on Titan has always been.
Number 4.
I suppose I should move on to my number 4, which I guess this is the one you were expecting at number 5. And that's Bocchi the Rock.
Let's go! We twinning! That's also my number 4.
Nice. Um, was that the one you were expecting at 5?
No, no,
Ah, okay. Well, Bocce the Rock is
amazing.
well, we've talked about it before in the podcast, but it's just really good. And especially the last episode, I really felt like I
Yeah,
was there to watch the concert where they did one song, they talked a little, and it went into another song. But also, um, just a stark contrast with the really like realistic performances, like everything in between, with Bocce's anxiety and just the interactions between the characters. There's so much like weird animation that you wouldn't expect in an anime, from just really cool animation to stop motion to real life stuff. And there was even, I think this was the most recent episode where they, I guess, like recorded within the animation software, and
yeah, that was very cool.
it was like it's so cool.
It was a very good anime. I only started like 2 weeks ago because I was too busy watching other stuff, but so good. I really did enjoy it, and I think it's one of. It's not the best music anime in my opinion, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
definitely
There's
worth
so
the watch.
many references to.
Dragon
I
Ball
forgot
Z.
how many. There were two Dragon Ball Z ones. There was
Yeah.
one uh, about referencing Genesis Evangelion and
Oh
some
yeah.
others too, but I forgot about those. So that's always cool when they reference stuff.
Well,
Um,
on to serious business, I suppose. Our top 3.
yeah. Well, your number 4 was Bocce the Rock also.
Yeah.
So, my my number 3 is season 3 of Mob Psycho.
Ah, cute. Very good.
We've talked about it already. Mob Psycho season 3. It started off not too eventful. Then reached like a climax with Dimple,
Hmm.
or Ikubo, and that was very emotional. And that was definitely my favorite part, actually, of the last season. And then it went back to more like, I guess, like you said, more slice of life ish, and then reached another climax, which was amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah, I can definitely see you enjoyed it more than I did. My number 3. I want to apologize again to everyone listening.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm gonna make people mad, bro. My number 3 is My Hero Academia, season
I knew
6.
it.
And that was also the one I was expecting you to have on 5. I think it was a very good adaptation. The anime was not back on par with season 1, 2, 3, but the animation looks good. The only thing I didn't really like was how the fight between Deku and Shigaraki was done. Felt kinda rushed, but the stuff they missed in MVA they did in the last episode, so I'm happy. I think it was very good. The Dabi reveal was done very good. The characters were done very well. I'm excited. Mainly because of the manga, but I really like My Hero, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair, and My Hero gets way too much hate.
Mhm.
And I know where that's coming from, but to those people, I'd say watch this season, because it's as good as seasons 2 and 3 so
Definitely.
far. And I mean, Dabi's dance was such a good moment.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
twice as death. All these things that were just.
yeah,
They adapted it very well, I think. And that's what made it my top 3.
great.
Number 2.
Number 2 is, I wanted to say season 2. Technically, this is a core 2. So it's season 1, core 2 of the case study of Vanitas,
Ah, of course. Of course.
which didn't come as a surprise. I won't go off on a tangent. It's just really, really good. I really like this arc.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really different from the first core, which was obviously in Paris, whereas this one is in Javoden, with snow and stuff.
Yeah.
It's got really cool like mystery and lore with the Beast of Javoden and really cool powers, cool new characters, cool interactions between characters, a really cool climax. It's got it all. That's why it's number 2.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Honestly, if I remembered anything from it, it would probably be in my top 10 as well. Well, no, in my honorable mentions, but I forgot everything. I'm sorry.
You're forgiven. It's not as basic as like say a battle shonen, especially with the whole powers and everything.
Well, my number 2 might... Well, it's not a surprise. Everyone knows what my number is. It's Kaguya-sama. God, this anime, bro. Oh, this anime. It's so good. It's so good.
You started this year, right?
Yeah. I watched everything when season 3 stopped, I think, when it finished. So yeah, it's so good. I would really recommend it to everyone. This anime is so funny. Animation is very clean. The relationships are very fun. It's a really good watch.
Yeah, it's again one that I haven't watched. It's definitely the next romance anime that I have my eye on to watch.
Very good.
So I've heard nothing but good things, and I think season 4 is announced. There's a movie announced too.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. The manga did end this year, but even then it was such a fun read.
Yeah.
I really can't... I don't know. I don't know what it is. This anime just talks to me, I guess.
Sometimes there's just a piece of media that just clicks.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, number 1.
Number 1.
This is gonna be so surprising. I do wonder what our number 1s are.
Well, my number 1 is Rising of the Shield. No. That's my dishonorable mention. The second season of Rising of the Shield Hero. Just gotta throw that out there. Well, my real number 1 is obviously Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Shocker. I mean, it's such a cool adaptation, such a unique adaptation too, because they really tried to implement the feel of like a live action movie, which the author Fujimoto is a big fan of live action movies from like Hollywood. So that's just really cool, and the animation is amazing. Sometimes it looks CGI, but it happens to be drawn. And the opening has become my favorite opening of all time. There's the endings, which crazy.
Yeah.
The next one.
That's definitely my favorite thing about Chainsaw Man. The amount of endings.
So cool. Not just the songs, but visually too. And the next one is sung by Eve.
Yeah.
Who's known for the JJK opening and a bunch of other stuff. So that's super exciting. And the OST, and just, yeah, they really nailed it. I really like the voice actors they picked. It was one of my favorite manga, so it's no surprise that it's one of my favorite anime.
Yeah, I'm happy the adaptation clicked for you, because it's scary when one of your favorite manga gets an anime. Very scary.
Yeah.
I'm happy it was a happy ending.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm scared for Hell's Paradise.
Same.
But I'm glad Chainsaw Man got a good adaptation.
Yeah. Good pick. Good pick. I'm sorry. I must confess it isn't in my list, but hey, It's a good pick.
Thank you.
Well, my number one.
How was she? Tell us
No,
about it.
The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2. No, sorry. It's Blue Lock, obviously. I always scream about Blue Lock. I always talk about Blue Lock. I always think about Blue Lock. I breathe Blue Lock. So yeah, that's my number one. Blue Lock is everything I wanted and more. Animation is amazing. The story is done very well. They are adapting the second selection, which is my favorite arc. So I'm happy. I think it's a very good watch, and as an old Inazuma 11 fan, this just fills the big hole I had in my heart. So I love it. I love it so much.
Well, you're the football anime connoisseur. So.
Well, yeah. Well, you've heard it here first. I even think it took over Tokyo Revengers in my heart. Might change when season 2 starts, but yeah.
We'll have to see.
I love it so much.
Yeah, it's really good. There's obviously a lot of love being poured into it, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening's cool too, and I really like that they have this additional time at the end of each episode.
Yeah.
Was like when they do stuff like that. Yeah, as I said when I talked about it, characters and the goals, the concepts, it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was our top 10, I guess.
That wraps it up. I even threw in a dishonorable mention.
Yeah, there were a lot of bad anime this year. I feel like there were more bad anime this year than other years. So that's something.
Yeah, summer 2022 wasn't the best season, but
yeah,
fall 2022 made more than up for it.
Also, quickly we'll go over what I will be watching next season. Very quick. Vinland Saga will both be watching the second season of.
Sure, super excited.
You will be watching Nagatoro second season.
Gotta watch that. Guilty pleasure.
And Bungo Stray Dogs season 4 you'll also be watching.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you, but I will be watching Tokyo Revengers.
As will I.
The best arc. So I'm excited for that. Nier Automata. Very excited for that.
Yeah, a new trailer came out just before we started recording.
Yeah, so I need to watch it. I'm excited.
I saw people really up in arms about it in a positive way. Animation is really good, apparently. Gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I'm stoked. We also both had our eye on Spy Classroom, so that's on the list.
Yeah, I will definitely watch that. I heard really good things about the light novel, and I think it's 2 cores as well. It looks just really interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, we both also had our eyes on Tsurine, anime about archery, I guess. So I'm very interested in that, but we both need to watch season 1 before.
Yeah, it's by Kyoto Animation. So any anime by Kyoto Animation, I want to support.
Yeah. And I think the last one is, well, Yari will be watching this, not me, but me and Roboco.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that one.
I'm kidding, of course.
I also there's this isekai here, which is actually Mappa's first isekai, which is called Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill.
Oh yeah, you talked about that.
I don't think I'll be watching that, but it's funny that it's Mappa's first isekai.
Yeah. Apparently also name I think it's Way of the House Husband ? Season 2 is also releasing. Am I correct with that? Or
Oh yeah, and Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly.
Which are 2 Netflix anime.
Very
so
interesting.
I'll be watching those for sure.
I think that wraps today's episode up. pretty nicely.
I'd have to agree.
Once again, way longer than anticipated, but...
Oh well.
Oh well. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for watching and listening.
Keep it salty, I guess.
Please do so.
A happy new year. Stream Bocchi the Rock.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.